Now, technically, this is a system of equations, and generally I recommend using the Desmos calculator to solve systems of equations by just plugging both of the equations into the calculator and then clicking where the point of intersection is. But if you look at these equations, one of them barely is an equation at all. This first one here is really just a point. So we're going to use our main strategy, plug points into equations and pretend that this isn't really a system at all, because that x equals 10 is just basically like an instruction telling us put the 10 in for x. So in that case, we'd have y is equal to 10 plus 21. So 10 plus 21 is 31. And that's all I wanted, right? What is the value of y? It's D31. So yes, in most cases, when we have more complicated systems of equations, the Desmos calculator is the best way to go because we don't need to deal with any of the algebra. But in about half of the cases, the algebra isn't really algebra at all. It's much more just arithmetic, where one of the equations is literally just giving us the value of one of the variables, and then we can substitute it in. And in this case, where it's an x, there's literally no algebra. It's all arithmetic, just adding that 10 and that 21. If they had given us the y value and then asked for the x, technically that would be algebra because we'd be moving things across the equal sign. But with a simple equation like this, it still would have been a very straightforward piece of algebra, the kind of thing that you need to know how to do. Even in 8th and 9th grade, you're starting to learn algebra, but that is the kind of stuff you want to do. So just know that the Desmos calculator is there if you need it, but before you just kind of instinctively just go right into it for these systems of equations, just take a look at what kinds of equations you have. If one of them is basically just giving you a number, then you should probably just do it by hand. You have scratch work, you have a regular calculator, hopefully. All of these things are going to make it pretty easy just to follow through with whatever that arithmetic is. And remember, plug points into equations is our main strategy for the entire math section, so we're looking for opportunities to use that whenever we can, and basically that's all this is.